All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the match preview of Real Madrid versus Ajax. In this video, we're going to talk about the press conference that Modric gave, as well as Solari. Modric was involved in today's press conference, and we'll talk about tomorrow's game. So let's get started with Modric. He was asked a few very good questions. I thought the journalist did a great job with asking questions, and I thought Modric did especially an even better job with addressing the answers because Solari, most of the time, as we know, he gives these ambiguous answers and generic answers, and most of the times the fans aren't really satisfied with those answers. We'd rather have some bona fide answers because most of the time they're just regurgitated generic answers, and it does get annoying after a while. So let's get started with Modric. He was asked about a question about Gareth Bale, his situation at the club. One of the reporters did note that Gareth Bale looks dismal. He doesn't look like he's into the game, and is there a present or a future at Real Madrid for him? Modric just answered that we have to focus on tomorrow's game. We can't worry about the minutiae, but Gareth Bale looks fine. He looks happy. He also said, "What can I say about someone who's not going through a good time?" He said, I've been through the same thing. I know what it's like. And we can't forget the things that Gareth Bale has done for Real Madrid, because it seems that Real Madrid does tend to forget easily what he's done. And he still has a lot of quality. He still has a lot to offer. So that's pretty much what he said about Gareth Bale. So he kind of defended him, obviously, there. Which, to be honest, I would defend Gareth Bale as well, too, because when you look at what he's done for Real Madrid, he scored in finals, scored crucial goals, important goals when we needed him. He stepped up. Yes, he could do more, but look at what he's achieved at the club. He's achieved great things. He's one of those, maybe, although he's not a Ronaldo where he scores a lot, as many goals as Ronaldo, you could say, Gareth Bale has really been clinical when it comes to the big moments. And I think that's just the characteristic that defines Gareth Bale is the big moments, whereas Cristiano was just a phenomenal goal scorer. Gareth Bale he would step up to the big moments. And, he's still got that in him. Gareth Bale has a lot of quality. We know what he's like. We know what he's about. I think the whole world knows what he's about after that bicycle kick at the Champions League final. So, we know what Gareth Bale can offer. Like I said in that last game versus Barcelona, he doesn't offer us as much, and I think that's only normal. In those fast technical games, it seems that it doesn't really suit Bale's game. I've seen him, he just has his moments in those kinds of games. He doesn't really get involved too much. Let's see. Modric, he was asked a lot about Mourinho also, about the links. And, he was asked how do you see this kind of topic? And he just said, we don't focus on the rumors, just ourselves. These things are always being talked about in Madrid. These rumors kind of go around all the time, and that's only normal. Let's see, what else did he say? I think he was asked a question about the success at Real Madrid and stuff like that, and he just said that we win, we die, and we will come back. So this team has a good future. And he gave the 2015 example where, they won the Champions League in 2014, but then come 2015, they didn't win a single trophy. Real Madrid didn't win a single trophy that year. But after that, we came back. So he says that we have a good future. So there's definitely hope, and hopefully that's all we can do, right? Just hope. Let's see. What else did he say? He was asked a question about why he didn't start good this season, and how that's affected him and stuff. And he did address that. He didn't start the season all that well, which did show some humility. We all know Modric is a humble guy. He doesn't really, he's not very pompous. He doesn't really talk in a condescending way. He said, I didn't start well this season, but now I'm playing a lot better. I'm just trying to help the team at the moment. So that's pretty much all he said. Kind of generic, but let's see, what else? He was talked about the lack of goals at Real Madrid and stuff like that. And do you guys miss someone like Ronaldo? And he said, of course, Ronaldo is a player any team would miss. Of course, we miss him, but players are asked to patch these predicaments. We still need more goals. We need someone to score maybe 10, 15 goals per season. We need two or three players that can do this. So that's what he said about this topic. Really that this team needs a few goal scorers, a few more goal scorers, a few more players that can score more goals, because at the moment we are lacking goals. I think we can. That's everyone can see that we're just lacking those goals. They're not coming, and I think that's only normal. You have Vinicius and Lucas. Vinicius, who's maybe profligate in front of goal, but coming from Brazil, we can't blame him too much. And Lucas, who's also good, but he's not a goal scorer in himself. The only goal scorer that we really have would be Benzema, and even Benzema's not a, he's a number 9, but he's not a goal scorer. He won't look for those goals. That's not his focal point. He looks for building up play and stuff like that. The only person I could think of that would look for goals is Gareth Bale, and Mariano Diaz, who's a striker who really looks for that goal. Isco, no. Gareth Bale and Mariano are the only two, and they're pretty much on the bench most of the time. So hopefully we can see more of them. Let's see what else. I think there was one last thing. So he also addressed that the problem that we've had this season is that there's a lack of continuity in the team. So it seems like we win, we do well for little moments, and then we kind of lapse, we go down. And let's see, lack of goods tour. Yeah. I mean, he said that there's still time. Obviously, there isn't much, to be honest. We only have the Champions League to play for. And we can still win it, I mean, we do have history on our side. We have, we have this title to defend. We have the experience. We have the pedigree. You can't get that. I mean, that's priceless. You can only get it through experience, and this team does have it. So definitely we can go far in the Champions League. I wouldn't be surprised if we get into the final. If we win this year, it's going to be tough. I think we could still win. I think there's a good chance. But of course, it's not like last year where we were convinced that we would win. This year, it's very there's a lot of doubts. There's a lot of qualms when it comes to that. So let's go on Solari now. Solari was asked questions about basically the Modric. Modric was asked about the lack of goals at Real Madrid, and one of the journalists just wanted to know Solari's thoughts. He said, with the utmost respect to Cristiano Ronaldo, he's now in the past, and we just have to look in the future and the present. Let's see. He was asked another question about Mourinho. Mourinho gets talked about a lot at the moment. Do you worry about that? And I thought it was funny because he finally came out with the joke, which doesn't happen too often. He said this club has more candidates than Julia Roberts. It's very normal. So I thought it was funny. Finally we just needed some personality from Solari. He seemed very mundane or dull in press conferences, and this is the first time where we kind of saw that personality come out a little bit more. So yeah, that's all I can say about that. As for this game, as for the Ajax versus Real Madrid game, Ramos is suspended, so he's not going to be playing. So I think it's going to be Nacho who's going to probably take his place, and Llorente is still injured with the adductor. So who do I think is going to play? I think it's going to be Courtois. And then in the defensive positions, he might rest some players. Rodrigo Solo might come in, and then Varane's gonna play. I think Nacho will play for sure. At the left back, it might be Marcelo. As for the midfield positions, it'll be Casemiro, probably Casemiro, even though he's played a lot. Modric, I think, will play. Toni Kroos, maybe not Toni Kroos, maybe Dani Ceballos, not sure. Dani Ceballos might come into the equation. Then in the front three, I think he's going to choose something different. He might choose Suarez, Benzema, so he might go with Mariano in front of goal. He might choose Suarez, Vinicius also. Vinicius looked tired the other day, so he might just go with Isco. And on the left, he might go with Lucas Vazquez. I really don't know. I think he's going to change it up. I think he's going to rest a lot of players because the players have had so much to play in these last few days. So he'll definitely look to rest players. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. That's really all the press conference and the match preview. So that's all. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Comment. Let me know what you guys think of tomorrow's game. What the scoreline's going to be. My prediction is that we'll win. I think it's going to be 2-1 or 1-0 Real Madrid. I think 2-1. I think we'll win 2-1 again. So that's all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night. Wherever you go.